You'll notice, Mark, that there's pigeons here of all different colors. I've had them long enough now that they're basically one family, but originally they were birds that would fly best at a specific distance. We have what we call sprint races, we have middle distance races, and we have long distance races. Some birds fly best at, say, 100 to 250 miles, others from 250 miles to 400, and then we have the long distance birds that fly best 500 miles and further. It's horses for courses, just like a thoroughbred racehorse. You've got or a quarter horse for that matter. It'll go a quarter miles, doesn't go any further. A sprint pigeon won't do well any further than, say, 200, 250 miles. We send birds every week, and we have races designed for specific distances on purpose. The sprint race is earliest in the year when you're exercising your birds, getting them muscled up, and the longer races are further on in the year when you have more sunlight, more daylight. So they do take, like I said, up anywhere from 2 hours, 2.5 hours to 12 to 14 hours. So daylight's important in the longer races. So that's why they're flowing later on in the year. You'll see some of those white colored birds, they're called grizzles. They're primarily of my longer distance stock. They go the farthest. I have some blue bar ones there, the blue ones with the black bars on their wings. They're more sprint pigeons. They'll fly 100 to 250 miles. And the ones in between, they'll do just about anything. In good weather, we won't fly them in a bad day. We have great weather forecasting now because of the internet. We have liberators who take care of them. They make sure if the weather's going to be bad, we don't race that weekend, or they are held until the races, the day is suitable to let them go. We also feed specific feeds based on the distance that they're going. The sprint pigeons get a lot of smaller seeds, which, and then they heat them up a little, those seeds. They make them, give them more energy. The longer distance birds, well, they have oil seeds and they have carbohydrates, and they're built up a little differently. We don't want to give them any excess weight. They're flying a long distance and we want to make it home. So basically we're just topping up their tank, their fuel tank, with carbohydrates and oil foods that give them the fuel to make it. We feed them supplements. I give them all kinds of stuff in their water. Minerals they get liquid vitamins, as I've said. They get the best of feed. It's geared for racing pigeons particularly. It's not just an ordinary chicken feed you get for $16 a bag. A decent mix for racing is like $38 for 50 pounds. So the expense is quite a bit. It's hard for people, young people anyway, to get involved because of the expense in it. But if you're going to race pigeons and want to do it successfully, you got to take care of them properly. Keeping them healthy is the main thing. It's pretty easy to do. They're hardy individuals. Each pigeon has its own immune system, but they become immune to almost everything. They have personalities. Each pigeon has their own personality. If you spend enough time with them, you'll recognize it, and they get to recognize me. They let me handle them a little bit. I don't have too much of a problem picking any pigeon up I want or looking at it. It's basically something to spend my time doing. Like I said, I'm retired and I enjoy it, and I had them as a child. The area I came from was Milliken, and it was country in those days, and every kid in the neighborhood had something. Most of us had pigeons. We had a few rabbits and some chickens, and it was farm country, but it was more urban. It wasn't cattle farms or anything like that. It was small farms, mixed farms, but we all had something. If you ever had something as a child, livestock of some kind, then you were considered sort of odd in those days. We all got together and traded birds and took them away and threw them. And there's a pigeon right now. You see him. He's bringing a straw to his nest. He's building a nest with his female. He'll put it on the floor and she'll pick it up and put it in the nest bowl. They're about to lay any day now.